You even find the 10 tribes. All these myths and legends of the 10 lost tribes. And yet the prophets announced that God's intention was to restore the Davidic kingdom, not only through the Jews, especially one Jew who would be the son of David and the son of God, but the 12 tribes. And what does Jesus do in Galilee? Why is he up here and not down there? Why is he choosing 12 disciples and say, you will sit on 12 thrones and judge the 12 clans of Judah? No, the 12 tribes of Israel. Because he's the son of David and the son of God. And he is restoring, he is reconstituting this Davidic kingdom. Not in earthly, political, military, and imperial terms, but as we've heard tonight, spiritually, sacramentally, liturgically, covenantally, by transposing the worship from the earthly Jerusalem and the Gerizim debate to the heavenly Jerusalem, where he now sits enthroned as not only our king, but as a priest-king after the order of Melchizedek. So what we do as we move from Galilee down to Judea in the next couple of days is not only geographically significant, but theologically inexhaustible. And I wanted to mention that because you don't need to buy Frine's book to see that. You just need to buy Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John's accounts because it's all there, especially in John and Luke. There's another one, a Protestant by the name of Richard Horsley, who did his work at Oxford. It's called Archaeology, History, and Society in Galilee. Again, I don't recommend that you buy it, but to be aware of these two books because I'm going to draw a lot from them. I'm going to be critical in what I select because as scholars, they do advance some hypotheses that I think are less likely. But I think there are a lot of things in here that are really significant and practically demonstrable. One other thing that might come up, although it probably won't this week because we have Catholic guides. But in the 3 previous pilgrimages that I've done with Jewish guides, you will often hear about the Crusades and the Crusaders, those mean, ugly guys. I mean, for decades, I thought of the Crusades as the blackest hour in Christian history, like everybody. I want to mention one of the greatest scholars of the Crusades. He's just come out with a brand new popularized set of conclusions based upon a lifetime of work. Jonathan Riley Smith, The Crusades, Christianity, and Islam, debunks all of these ugly anti-Christian myths and shows that the Crusaders weren't perfect, but they were sincere and devout. They weren't coming to conquer land. They were coming to liberate their brothers and sisters who had been conquered, captured, enslaved, and forced to forfeit their eternal life by renouncing Christ and embracing the 5 pillars of Islam, or else. So it's not a religious book, it's just a historical guide. The Crusades, Christianity, and Islam by Jonathan Riley Smith. It's a quick read. It's less than 100 pages. Yeah, it's 98 pages. But it's a really important book that will help us to really grasp the Christian meaning of our own history as it relates to the international family of God. I know I've got a lot of fans here tonight because of how hot it is. And I want to release you from the heat.
Before you release them, I mentioned on my bus, release. I mentioned on my bus that if you've never been to the Church of the Holy Sepulchre or have never looked at it or studied it, it's not going to mean a lot to you. And if anybody would like to stay for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, there's a thing over there. I know that building real well, and I would explain it. But if you're hot, need to go, and if you already know this, go. So I asked Rob. He said I could do it.
Love it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Has anybody got a marker?
Yes.
And you got a marker?
Yes.
All right. This really will be quick, and